Is GitHub relocating to the Arctic? Let your fingers do the talking. Is Tesla's dream of wireless electricity coming to a city near you? Have you heard about the new Sega Game Gear? Will Gundam come to life? The Raspberry Pi Foundation goes above and beyond. And finally, a new TRON movie? Stick around to find out more in this episode of News Bytes. Hello and welcome to Advanced Ingenuity Labs, your insight into technology. I'm your host, Aisha Sharif, and this is News Bytes, where we cover innovative developments in the latest technologies. Let's start in the Arctic. GitHub, the code repository that's home to many of the world's open source software projects, has recently begun the process of archiving its open source code in the Arctic World Archive. The Arctic World Archive already stores digitized artifacts, such as the Vatican archives, movies, political histories, art, scientific information, and now open source code. The archive program is tasked with not only saving all the public-facing open source code on GitHub, but also to make sure that the code can be made useful for years to come, even in a world potentially without computers or an understanding of software. GitHub is taking the importance of redundant backups to a whole nother level. In addition to placing backups in the Arctic Cold Vault, they're placing copies in locations around the world. GitHub says their next project in archiving technology will be to create what they call a tech tree, an in-depth, step-by-step guide to help future historians recover the data that has been placed into the vault. Projects like this ensure the future of our past accomplishments. Great strides are continuously being made in the field of assistive technology. Bioengineers at UCLA have designed a glove that can translate American Sign Language into English speech in real time through a smartphone app. The gloves have thin, stretchable sensors that run across all 5 fingers. The sensors are made out of electrically conductive yarn that'll pick up hand gestures and finger placements. These sensors pick up hand motions and finger placements for the individual letters, numbers, words, and phrases. The finger movements made by the wearer will conduct electric signals to a small circuit board attached to your wrist. Then it wirelessly transmits to your smartphone for translation. The researchers have also recently added adhesive sensors to be applied in between the eyebrows and on one side of the mouth to capture facial expressions that are also a part of American Sign Language. The system's still in development and currently recognizes 660 signs, including each letter of the alphabet and the numbers 0 through 9. And now to New Zealand. After about 120 years, Nikola Tesla's dream of wireless electricity may finally be coming true. A New Zealand-based startup named Emrod has designed a safe way to transmit electricity long distances without the use of copper wires. The concept of wireless electricity is not new. However, the idea was infamously shut down by J.P. Morgan's single phrase, "Where can I put the meter?" Since then, the idea hasn't truly been tackled. But that all seems to be changing with Emrod's plan to collaborate with PowerCo, the second largest electrical distributor in New Zealand. PowerCo intends to use Emrod's new technology as a supplement to their conventional distribution of electricity. It may be utilized in regions with difficult terrain, during electrical grid maintenance and repairs, or when creating a new infrastructure. Emrod currently has a working prototype and are now building another for PowerCo by October 2020. Currently, it can only transmit a few kilowatts, but according to Emrod, it can easily scale up to over 100 times more power and much greater distances. The difference between Emrod's dream and Tesla's is that now They have a place to put a meter. Unlike Tesla's design, Imrod is using a directed beam of electricity to a desired object. I can see this being invaluable, especially during power outages in large areas, which may be caused by, for example, natural disasters like hurricanes or earthquakes. Where do you see this new potential of wireless electricity being utilized? Let me know in the comments. Are you ready for some new, old game news? Sega is recreating and re-releasing 4 different versions of the Game Gear Micro to celebrate the original Game Gear's 30th anniversary. The Game Gear is the only Sega handheld gaming system. The Game Gear Micro will come in 4 different colors: black, red, yellow, and blue. And each color comes with 4 different games. I'll go ahead and apologize now for my mispronunciation of the Japanese game names. Black will have Sonic the Hedgehog, Puyo Puyo 2, Outrun, and Royal Stone. Blue will have Sonic Chaos, Gunstar Heroes, Sylvan Tale, and Baku Baku Animal. Yellow will have Shining Force Gaiden, Insei Jashin no Kuni Hi, Shining Force The Sword of Haija, Shining Force Gaiden Final Conflict, and Nazo Puya Aruru Noru. Red will have Revelations the Demon Slayer, Megami Tensei Gaiden Last Bible Special, the Gigi Shinobi, and Columns. The Game Gear Micro is indeed micro. At just 80 millimeters by 43 millimeters by 20 millimeters, the Micro will be less than 40% of the size of the original Game Gear. The screen is an eye-popping 29 millimeters. But don't fret, if you purchase all 4 consoles, you will get a complimentary Sega Big Window, a magnifying glass. Individually, the consoles cost 4,980 yen, which currently is about $46. They're available to order now in Japan, but won't be released until October 6, 2020. There's currently no word on if they'll be released outside of Japan. Do you think this will be a success for Sega? If it gets an international release and becomes available in your area, will you get one? Let me know in the comments. Gundam walks. It has been over 40 years since the first episode of Mobile Suit Gundam aired in 1979. And with all that time, fans have wished for a real mobile suit to pilot themselves. It now seems Japanese engineers are one step closer as they begin work on a walking Gundam RX-78-2. This 18-meter tall endeavor has been extremely challenging for Gundam Factory Yokohama. A humanoid robot of this scale has never been attempted. Weighing over 25 tons, it is no small feat. The hands alone need to weigh less than 200 kilograms in order to reduce the amount of strain put onto the motors. The robot is being developed using the open source ROS, the Robot Operating System, and Gazebo. When complete, they will release the code to the public for all of us to create our own poses and action scenes while accurately simulating the placement of the motors, gears, and sensors. I plan to use the classic live long and prosper. Do you plan to create a cool pose for the Gundam? Let me know in the comments. The scheduled opening date was October 1st, 2020. However, Gundam Factory Yokohama has just canceled it. According to their website, they do expect to have a grand opening within the year. With teachers, students, and parents facing a school year like none other, the changing times are apparent, and ideas and solutions to keep students involved and learning are welcomed. Although online schooling is currently the most accepted safe way to get students back in the classrooms, too many students in our communities lack the basic technologies needed to participate in online learning, such as access to a computer and reliable internet connection. Even the bare minimum requirements are out of reach for a large portion of our population. The Raspberry Pi Foundation is eager to provide a solution and has found several ways to be of service. In early April, they initiated immediate steps to reach out and help both their local and online communities. According to their webpage, the 4 immediate actions are 1, delivering direct-to-student learning experiences, 2, supporting teachers to deliver remote lessons, 3, helping volunteers run virtual and online coding clubs, 4, getting computers into the hands of children who don't have one at home. To deliver direct-to-student learning experiences, a series of virtual and online learning experiences called Digital Making at Home is available. Also, instructional videos are being produced that support different skill levels. Each week, a theme will be chosen to inspire and engage students aged 7 to 17 to learn problem solving and how to express themselves creatively with technology. In England, support is offered for teachers in order to deliver remote lessons on computing and computer science by adapting the teaching resources that they already have. The Raspberry Pi Foundation is helping volunteers by providing training and support to educators and computer coding clubs around the world. By diligently working with donors and partners within the UK, Raspberry Pi desktop kits are being distributed for free to students who need them. And if that isn't enough, all of the Raspberry Pi Foundation teaching and learning resources are free for anyone to use. They want to work with partners outside of England to find additional ways to be useful to the widest possible audience. If we spread the word and let our students, teachers, parents, and community leaders know of the programs and resources provided by the Raspberry Pi Foundation, then the lack of having a computer or access to quality educational material is one less stress on our students, teachers, and communities. This generation of learners, coders, and hackers cannot be stopped, not even by a worldwide pandemic. I encourage each of you to visit the Raspberry Pi webpage to see all that's offered. Additionally, we here at Advanced Ingenuity Labs will be offering online Raspberry Pi courses very soon. To stay informed on our new training courses, visit our website and sign up for email notifications. Let's end this episode with a quick bit of tech movie news. A new TRON movie seems to be in the works. Actor Jared Leto accidentally leaked the title of the new film, TRON Ares, and confirmed that he will be starring in it. Jared tweeted, "I'm so very excited and proud to confirm that yes, I will be starring in TRON. We will work as hard as we possibly can to create something that I hope you all will love. We have some very special ideas in store for you all. See you in the grid." Director Garth Davis has signed on. However, as of yet, the project hasn't been greenlit. I can't wait to see what they come up with for the loyal TRON fan base. That's it for this episode of News Bytes. If you enjoyed this video and want more, leave me a comment and consider liking and subscribing. See you next time.